After being one of the biggest successes at the box office and the first film with new special shocking effects, this is the 4K review of Superman the movie from 1975. I found the first two reels of the film didn't look too bad on 4K. For a film that was released in 1978 and with those compacted special effects, I think it actually looked quite good. The cinematographer of the earlier scenes was also the cinematographer in 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is my best looking 4K film in my collection, which I'm sure is the same for others. Another reason this film might not look like an upgrade from the Blu-rays, because of how faded the original 35mm negative was. Film over time, once it's been projected, gets faded from the projector light bulb, and that obviously lights up the image and it fades it out over time, making it not look as good and making the colours washed out a little bit. Flying sequences in this film obviously won't look as good as they are today, but from 1978, these look amazing, and they were a huge game changer in the whole film community. The score by John Williams sounds absolutely brilliant on this 4K release, probably because it has Dolby Atmos, which I have a 5.1 surround, and it still even just sounds better. The sound on this 4K disc is defaulted as Dolby Digital 5.1, which is what I have. But another option is Dolby Atmos, so you will have to actually manually change it to Dolby Atmos if you have an Atmos setup. But it doesn't really change anything for me, because my 5.1 surround sound sounds exactly the same even if it's switched to 5.1 and Dolby Atmos, obviously because it's just going to stay 5.1 the entire time. I'm glad I didn't spend thousands of dollars on a Dolby Atmos surround sound, because from my experience with Dolby Atmos, it wasn't that much of an upgrade from the 5.1, which made me even more glad that I settled for the 5.1 surround instead of that Dolby Atmos. The colours throughout the film are a little faded compared to the Blu-ray, most likely what I said before is the film, the 35mm negative, was faded. As usual with these 35mm transfers, there's a nice fine layer of grain throughout the film, giving it a nice 35mm look. From my research, there were occasional 70mm blow-up screenings of this, with 6 tracks, and that's probably the reason this 4K disc sounds so good. I have to say, I do like the cover of this film. I think it looks quite good, and the blue HDR, this little symbol there, I think it fits the color scheme very, very well. The film comes with the standard 4K Ultra HD disc, as well as the Blu-ray, as usual. These are the theatrical versions. I heard that there is a 3-hour extended cut, which I'm not sure is, I don't think it's not on here. The aspect ratio is 2:4:1, it still looks quite good actually. The greens in this film do pop out a little more than the Blu-ray, which I've noticed. Same with the Apocalypse Now 4K release, the really bright greens from like bushes and plants, they were very, very bright. As well as the sky looks quite good. A little more detail is added, but not too much, which makes me think this 4K release is a winner. So overall, I would highly suggest picking up this 4K version of Superman the movie from 1978. It's a definite upgrade, and it's worth an upgrade just for the sound. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and perhaps even consider subscribing. It makes me want to make more of these videos, and it really helps the channel out. Thank you very much. Have a good day.